Hi, hello, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to discuss about recent Telangana paper, model paper discussion. From first year we are going to discuss. First we are going through the very short answer questions in this video. See, this is the model paper. One by one we are going to discuss here. See, in this what they have given, this is only for 2021 to 22. They have changed that paper pattern also for this year only. But now we are going through the discuss about the only very short answer questions from this video. Look here. When does real gas, Rg is the real gas here, real gas behave like an ideal gas? See, at low pressures and high temperatures, real gases are behaving like an ideal gas. So just you write these steps only. At low pressures and at high temperatures, real gases are behaves like ideal gases. Over, you will get the 2 marks. Then our second very short answer question is, if temperature increases to, they have given one gas. The question is, the absolute temperature of a gas increased how many times? 3 times. What will be the increase in the velocity of the molecule of the gas? See, here single gas they have given. So which formula we are using here? We know that V is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Then V1 by V2 equals to under root T1 by, clearly temperature is increased to 3 times. So instead of T2 we are writing 3T1. This one cancel. So V2 equals to how much? Root 3 times of V1. Till here if you are writing, you will get 1 mark only. Why? The question is how much increase in velocity. So change in velocity is how much? V2 minus V1. Root 3 V1 minus V1. So V1 is the common. It should be root 3 value 1.732. Minus V1 means your answer is increase in velocity is 0.732 times of the initial velocity. Till here you are writing, you are getting the 2 marks. Then our third VSAQ is, actually this question is kinetic theory SAQs, but in this model paper they have given like a very short answer questions. Third one is, through 2 thermally insulated vessels 1 and 2 of volumes they have given, V1, V2, pressures they have given, temperatures also they have given. See, one side we are taking first gas, pressure P1, V1, T1, number of moles we should consider, they didn't give it. And another gas we are taking this, both are connected like this. Then what is the common temperature? Look here, this is somewhat big only. From the, we know that kinetic interpretation of the temperature Ke equals to 3 by 2 into N into Kb into T. N is the number of moles, Kb is the Boltzmann's constant, T is the absolute temperature. So here first gas we should consider number of moles are N1. Second one is how much? Number of gas molecules are N2. Then total is how much? N equals to N1 plus N2. From the law of conservation of energy, what happens? After combining, before combining, energy is constant. So here 3 by 2 NKB, N1, KB, T1. Kinetic energy of first gas plus kinetic energy of second gas is equals to 3 by 2 into N into KB into D. After simplification, see, 3 by 2 will cancel. Boltzmann's constant also cancel. What you are getting? Nt equals to N1 T1 plus N2 T2. Then from the ideal gas equation, what is ideal gas equation? PV equals to nRT. So N1 equals to P1 V1 by RT1. N2 equals to P2 V2 by RT2. Then total number of molecules are N equals to N1 plus N2. So substitute in this, already you know this expression. From this, what we are writing, if you want to write one more expression, T equals to N1 T1 plus N2 T2 by, instead of N we are writing N1 plus N2. So instead of N1 we should write it, N2 we should write it N1 plus N2. After simplification, P1 V1 plus P2 V2 by P1 V1 by T1 plus P2 V2 by T2. Then finally, this is the common temperature of that both the gases when we are connecting through the wall. Look here, P1 V1 plus P2 V2 into, this is coming as a reverse. If you want to take one more step, you can take it, P1 V1 plus P2 V2 by LCM T1 T2. Here what we are getting, P1 V1 T2 plus P2 V2 T1. When it is coming as a numerator, you are getting this is somewhat big only. Try to understand this. T equals to P1 V1 plus P2 V2 into T1 T2 by this one. So if you want to put, you can put the bracket also here. See, this is the somewhat big. It is in our kinetic theory, it is the short answer. But in this model paper, they have given us a very short answer questions. Then our fourth question is, when water flows through a pipe, which of the layer moves fast? We can use the common sense. See, suppose we are going out, we are going towards the river. So the river flow means always water is moving in the river. The question is, you should imagine that which layer is having the more velocity. Which layer is having the more velocity? When we are taking as an example of that river water, top layer is having the more velocity. Then one by one, look here. This is the one pipe we are taking, otherwise these are the water molecules or liquid, you can take it. See, this water level is contact with this one. This water level is contact this one. See, middle layers, there is no contact. That's why middle layer is having the more velocity, or central layer is having the more velocity. The layers which are contacting with surface, those are having the less velocity. The layer which is not contact with the surfaces, those are having the more velocity. Because of what? Viscosity. Then our fifth question is it necessary that a mass should be present at the center of mass, center of any system? No. So center of mass is the total mass is concentrated at a single point. The question is it requires the mass should be present at the location of the center of mass? Look here. First thing we should write it no. For writing no also, you will get the 1 mark. Look this bangle. Where is the center of mass? See, exactly this marker position is representing the center of mass. Is there any presence of the matter? No. Even though we can observe that location of center of mass is at the center. So for the location of center of mass, no need of the presence of the matter. Then our sixth very short answer question is, we can't open or close the door by applying the force at the hinges. Why? See, you should imagine now one door is there and you are opening, but it is not opening. Why? You are applying the force at the hinges. Look, this is the sixth one. This is the door. When we are applying the force here, we can able to move the door like that, pulling and pushing. But when we are applying the force here, is there any possibility to open the door? No. Why? This is the turning effect of the force. Torque tau equals to R bar cross F bar. In this case, if you are applying the force, R equals to how much? 0. Tau is also 0. So the door is not moving when we are applying the force at the hinges. Simply we can say that here R equals to 0. Then our seventh question is, why should a helicopter necessarily have two propellers? They are using one propeller means it is going one direction, it is not balancing. From the law of conservation of momentum, for everything rotating bodies, we should apply two opposite forces. So like that, for balancing, it must be having how many propellers? Two propellers. That is the seventh VSAQ. Then eighth one is, look, if a bomb at rest explodes into two pieces, the pieces must travel in opposite direction. Explain. First thing you should write it, from the law of conservation of linear momentum. Means if there is no external force on it, then what happens? It is having the constant momentum. So if you are writing from the law of conservation of linear momentum, that statement, you will get the 1 mark. Then you should give the explanation. Look here. Initially the bomb is at rest condition. Here velocity is 0. Then suppose it is splitted into two parts. Two parts are there. This part mass is m1 v1 and this part mass is m2 v2. You know that from law of conservation of linear momentum. Initial momentum is how much? Bomb is at rest condition means initial momentum equals to 0. So this is the 0. After firing, after explosion, what happens? It is splitted into two parts. First part momentum is m1 v1 plus second part momentum is m2 v2. So total momentum is 0. Now you can equal m1 v1 equals to minus m2 v2. This is the first part momentum. This is the second part momentum. Momentum is a quantity of motion and it is a vector quantity. Negative sign is representing both are having which direction? Opposite direction. While writing, what do you say? From the law of conservation of linear momentum, both the parts are moving opposite direction. If you can able to remember, you can remember these two steps. You will get the total 2 marks. Then our next question is 9th question. One horse cart is there. For the beginning of that starting position, suppose we want to start that one, we should apply the more force. We have to pull harder like that. Why? You know that there are 3 types of frictions: static friction, kinetic friction, rolling friction. Which friction is more? Static friction is more. When we are applying the force, static friction increasing along with the force, it reached to the maximum level. Look here, when we are drawing here, this graph, applied force, then this is the frictional force. When force is increases, friction is also increases, then what happens? It reaches to the maximum. This is called what? Limiting friction. Then suppose till here I am applying 100 newtons. Now 100.1 newtons. Then immediately what happens? After reach to the limiting point, little bit the friction is decreases and it is moving. It is having which friction? Kinetic friction. So here kinetic friction is less than limiting friction. So where we should apply the more force? In the case of static friction. When we want to start that horse cart, beginning we should apply more force to overcome the static friction. So our limiting friction also you can say. I am repeating this. Simply you can write this statement. When we are applying, we should apply the more force to overcome the limiting friction. That's all. Then you will get the 2 marks. Then our 10th question is if A bar equals to, see, from the motion in a plane, if you want to refer my video motion in a plane, very short answer questions, you will get all very short answer questions, explanation. But now you look here, A bar equals to, they have given I bar plus J bar. What is the angle between the vector and x-axis? Look here. Here A bar is resolved into 2 components. One is the AX, it will make how much angle? Theta. Another one is the A bar. So from this AX is how much? 1 beside of I. Then AY is how much? 1 beside of this J. The question is how much angle it will make with x-axis. We know that AX equals to how much? A cos theta is equals to 1. From the resolution of the vectors, Ax equals to A cos theta. Y component is how much? Ay equals to A sin theta. Then magnitude of A is how much? Under root 1 square plus 1 square is the root 2. Now substitute in this. A cos theta equals to 1. Instead of A, what we are writing? Root 2 cos theta. Here 1. Then cos theta equals to 1 by root 2. Instead of 1 by root 2, what we are writing? Cos 45 degrees. Cos cancel. You are getting theta equals to 45 degrees. This is our 10th question. Previous they were giving only 10. There is no choice. But now they are extended to 15 VSAQs from the first session. Then our 11th question also they have given from the motion in a plane chapter only. The question is they have given P bar plus Q bar. We can find out the magnitude of that one. See, P bar equals to 2I cap plus 4J cap plus 14K cap. Then Q bar is how much? 4I cap plus 4J cap plus 10K cap. The question is find magnitude of A bar plus P bar plus Q bar. magnitude of P bar plus Q bar. So we should add P bar and Q bar. Look here. P bar plus Q bar is how much we are getting? Add these two. 6 I cap plus 8 J cap plus 24 K cap. Many people are leaving this one. You will get one more mark only. Clearly they are asking what is the magnitude of this one, means we can go through the magnitude. See, P bar plus Q bar equals to under root 6 square plus 8 square plus 24 square. So 36 plus 64, 24 into 24 is how much? This is the 576 something. Later you will do that. Otherwise you can leave till here also. You will get the 2 marks. Then our 12th question is distinguish between accuracy and precision. What is the difference between accuracy and precision? In that question only it's there. Accuracy means what? Accuracy means what? The error is very small. Error is very less means the value which is close to the true value. That is called the accuracy. It depends on the systematic errors. Then what is the precision? See, suppose you are taking, this is the screw gauge. This is the screw gauge. We want to find out the thickness of the wire. See, we are changing different positions are there. So different positions, what happens? Suppose this thickness is 0.12 millimeters. See, first reading is the, look here, one side we are taking accuracy, another side we are taking the precision. Precision means repeated value. First position it is giving 0.12 millimeters. Second reading is 0.13 millimeters. Third one is the 14 millimeters. Then fourth one is 0.12 millimeters. Then fifth one is the once again 0.12 millimeters. Which value is repeated number of times? 0.12 millimeters. The value which is repeating number of times when we are doing the experiment, not only this one, when we are finding the temperature, weight of the body, then the average we are taking, no, in that mean, no, which is repeating number of times, that is called the precision. Then once again I am saying what is accuracy and what is the precision? The value which is nearer to the true value, that is called the accuracy. Suppose this marker diameter is the 4 centimeters, 4.1 centimeters. When we are using the vernier calipers, one CT is giving 3.9, one CT is giving 3.8, one CT is giving 4.2, but which is nearer to this close true value? 3.9. So that is the accuracy. When we are concentrating, we are increasing the experiment techniques, we can eliminate these errors and we can get more accurate readings. Then our 13th question is very easy answer. What is the difference between fundamental units and derived units? See, fundamental, these are independent on other physical quantities. What are the examples for this? Mass, length, time, temperature, current, all these belongs to fundamental physical quantities. Derived means these are depending on other physical quantities like force. What is the force formula? Mass into acceleration. Momentum, what is the formula? Mass into velocity. So these are depending on these physical quantities. That's why these are the derived physical quantities. Then our 14th one is the express unified mass unit in kgs. First of all, for small elementary particles, we are expressing in AMU, atomic mass unit. 1 AMU equals to how much? 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kgs. Then last one is what are the fundamental forces in nature? You know that there are fundamental forces are 4. One is the gravitational force, second one is the electromagnetic force, third one is the strong nuclear force, and fourth one is the weak nuclear force.